Christianity is not a Western religion. It is just Christianity. It started by Christ, Jesus Christ, in Israel. And so it is not a white man's religion, as they call it. Other than the accident I had, I am very healthy, I must say.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love them too because they are very well behaved, very well brought up.
Yeah.
You know, when you are with a child who is well brought up, you enjoy him too.
Yes.
Yes.
Welcome, viewers. This is your host, Joyce Gikunju, inspirational speaker, published author, and podcast show host. And this is the Bounce Back Podcast, your self-help business show for the entrepreneur in you.
So we have one more testimonial here
Sure.
from Roy Mutisia, a friend of yours and
Yes.
also a former banker.
Yes.
And this is what he says about your book. I love something he says. He says, I have read your autobiography, My Life's Journey, twice over. You have told your story with great clarity and bold frankness, akin to your known character of no exaggerations and no cover-ups. He says that on page 85 of the book, you write, my appointment gave me an opportunity to serve as a role model and to motivate the community to aim for higher levels of achievements. You did just that.
Yes.
You remember when you were...
A community development officer.
Yes.
Yes.
For the colonial government.
Yes.
1956.
Yes.
Do you remember what was going on at the time and how you ended up becoming the person that they looked up to?
Yes. I was appointed by the Public Service Commission to that job. And it turned out to be a great responsibility, really, because I was given an entire district.
Yes.
To serve as a community development officer in. And, I had to formulate rules myself. And as I told you, I used to go in the camp in the various locations, having plenty of fun, learning more Kikamba. Because I noticed that for communicating with people, asking for votes, later on, that is, I had to know Kikamba and know it well. And that's where I learned it from. I also learned about Kikamba, traditions. Some traditions which I didn't know before. I learned during those visits, staying out in the camp with askaris and so on, roasting a goat, and people telling me about Kikamba traditions. I learned a great deal, I must say. And the provincial administration was very kind to me. Although I was not allowed to get into the Kitui Sports Club, I was a happy man there at Kitui. Yeah, very happy.
Roy Mutisia says that you became a role model to many of us. Indeed, your many superb achievements later in life were an inspiration and a blessing to many people because you motivated the community to aim for higher levels of achievement.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
For example, when I got to Nairobi, got a different job, I became a developer. Left everything else to become a developer. And today I can show you about 4 or 5 estates which I built.
Yes.
Did you know that?
I know one on Riara Road.
You know the one on Riara Road?
Yes.
Yes, there are other 4. One is very close to the golf club, Nairobi Golf Club.
Okay.
Next to that, etc.
Yes.
So I became a serious developer, admired by my colleagues. But I used to build and sell.
Oh, you used to build and sell.
I was a developer. Build and sell, build and sell, build and sell.
You were ahead of your time.
Yes, that's the point.
Because this is when it has caught on in Kenya.
And when you see those developments,
yes,
oh, they are very nice houses, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you work with architect Mutiso?
No.
Who did
on
you
my
work
own,
with?
and he worked on his own.
Yes.
I worked entirely on my own.
Yeah. I have a very glowing testimonial here from none other than Susan Mbathi.
Yes, my sister-in-law.
She ended up becoming your sister-in-law, but before she became your sister-in-law, she actually says, she says, I first heard of Titus Mbathi while schooling at a boarding school in Machakos. And she says, it is at this time when I used to hear Kitui girls talking about you when you were a community development officer.
Yes.
And she says, little did I know that I would be married to your younger brother and, end up joining your family as she did later.
Yes.
She got married to Musembi. And she says that she remembers you as being very welcoming. She remembers you as being a Christian. I want to talk about something that she says here. It is commendable to see that you started, your career life from right at the bottom, from the grassroots at your home area, and rising through to senior levels all the way to permanent secretary and minister of labor. Maybe this is the point at which you should talk to our Gen Zs about the reality of agreeing to start from the bottom, going all the way, rising in your career slowly but surely.
I think there's a great advantage for starting at the bottom, so long as you are not untied there unnecessarily. You're only there to learn, as I did. And as I said, that's a job I was posted to by the Public Service Commission, so there was no way in which I would have refused, although I was a trained teacher, not at that level. But eventually I enjoyed the job very much, actually.
Yeah.
I like people, and I liked mixing with the people, as I said, and the camping in the locations was exciting, very exciting to me, you see. And I was very well guarded by askaris.
Yes.
So starting at the bottom taught me a great deal. It also taught me to mix with foreigners. I mean, in the administration sense. When we met at Kitui, at what we call development meetings, the district commissioner was the chairman.
Yes.
And the rest of the officers were officers, thesis officers, and they could ask you any question, etc. So we learned a lot. That was a learning ground, literally. We learned a great deal.
Do you remember the groups that you formed for people who would work together, in the...
They're known as Mwethia in Kikamba.
Mwethia, yes. What does Mwethia mean in English?
Mwethia is a Kikamba term for people who gather together and help each other.
Yes.
This was traditional. It was there in Kikuyu too, From Kitui I was posted to Embu.
Ah, yes.
As a community development also.
Yes.
And even in Embu, what do they call it? I think they call it Mwethia too. I'm not sure, but I think so. Anyway, these Mwethias used to get together traditionally and help each other in various things. House building, for example, when you wanted to build a house around Rondavo, Rondavo. Those were the traditional houses.
Original,
and
mud huts.
People would help one another to build, you see, or to plow your shamba. You would invite others who work together with you to come and help you. Or in digging dams. During those days, people had to work for 2 days without being paid by the government.
What?
To do communal work.
Community work, okay.
Community work, such as dams, etc., roads, these narrow roads, what they call them, bypass.
Yes.
They used to make those with their hands,
Yeah.
And this was done by Mwedia. So instead of working on public land, I asked the district commissioner and he agreed that people should work in their chambers with soil terracing. Soil conservation.
Yes.
Because if you don't do that, topsoil will be washed away. And it will not remain fertile for a long time.
Yeah.
So in order to retain that, Mwedias would come and make bench terraces. So when it rained, the soil would not be washed away. Even today, if you drive through Machakos, you see those bench terraces.
Wow.
Because they live on hills, mainly.
Yes.
Evetimis and so on, you will find bench terracing. If it were not for that, soil would have been washed away.
Yeah.
So they used to make those with Mwedia.
How does it feel when you travel and you see your developments many years on?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's very, very exciting.
Yeah.
You feel that you have done something worthwhile.
Yes.
You see, and it is true.
Yeah.
It is true.
Do you remember the time when you were campaigning for Kibaki to become president?
Yes.
How do you remember that season?
I remember very well.
Yeah.
I used to travel with Ngilu like this. A few other people too.
Yes.
And in Barire, Cecil in Barire, that was one team. We used to go to various places, to campaign for Kibaki.
Yes.
Sometimes stay for a week. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And we had all given our time.
Yes.
As a result of which we became very great friends with Kibaki.
Yes. And he honored you by giving you a role that you performed in very well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And he and Boya were responsible for my being appointed permanent secretary in the Ministry of Planning and Economic Planning.
Back in
Economic Planning and Development.
In the previous government.
Previously.
Yes.
Previously.
Yeah. I want to end this conversation by asking you what voice you would give to Kenya with reference to comparative experiences that you have had. You have lived through changing times. You lived in Kenya before it was called Kenya. You have lived through 5 presidents.
Yes.
So what voice would you give to Kenya?
To cooperatives.
To Kenya, with regard to comparative experiences, your experience having lived through Moi's regime, Kibaki's regime, through...
Oh, I get your question now. Without a doubt, Kibaki's was the best, I can tell you.
Yeah.
Kenyatta was a mzee. We liked him, and he liked young people like us too. But with Kibaki, we did real development.
Yeah.
Because Kibaki is a very intelligent man, was a very intelligent man, and he gave ear to us. He listened.
Yeah.
He's not the kind of person who feels that he knows everything and he doesn't want advice from anybody.
Yeah.
No. Kibaki would listen.
Yeah.
And as a result of that, we liked him because we used to go and chat with him, So I would rank him first, followed by Kenyatta. Kenyatta was a mzee. So his function was very different, really. His was replacing the Europeans.
Yes.
But he was a mzee, not following so many things, but he was a very good man. As a man, he was a very good man. And he had respect for people. The man who did not want to listen was Moi. He didn't want to listen.
So you had an incident, you had a run-in with him.
Yes.
Can you remember the incident?
Yes, I do. Very, very well. What happened was this. What happened was this. I was told, let me see whether I remember that story very well. Yes, I do. You see, I don't quite remember now, but Moi did not want something, and I wanted him to consider it. What was that?
You were part of an international organization, ILO, International Labour Organization, and Kenya was a signatory.
Yes, of course. I was a minister, by the way.
And you were the Minister for Labour.
I was a minister for Labour.
Yeah.
And so I was very well known in Geneva.
ILO. Geneva.
In fact, I was being considered for chairmanship.
Wow.
If I had not been sacked by Moi, yes. Although Moi did not sack me, I'll tell you what happened. So, I was told that, why do I forget this story? I'll tell you. Moi, what was that?
So Kenya was a signatory to ILO.
Kenya was a signatory to the ILO.
So you were advising him and he dismissed you and said that Kenya is a sovereign country and they can do what they want.
Yes. I was persuading him to allow our country to do something. And he did not like the idea.
Yes.
Some people say that I had gone to stop him, to ask him to stop it. That was not the case at all.
Yeah.
I was going to try to persuade him.
Yes.
There's a difference. There's a difference.
Yeah.
I had to tell him, Your Excellency, this, such and such and such. But he wouldn't listen to that.
Yeah.
Anyway, he dismissed me.
Yeah.
Not from the job,
Yes.
but from that particular assignment.
Yeah.
He said, forget it, Yes.
Oh my goodness. So.
But
yeah.
Kibaki was a real gentleman. Kenyatta was a mzee. So I would say Kibaki was the kind of leader we needed.
Yeah. Right. So, again, when we're still talking about your comparative experiences, because you've lived through changing times and you've lived to tell the story, we're currently in a season where, again, just like the time of the Mau Mau, young people were agitating for change. Now we're in Kenya right now. Gen Zs are peacefully agitating for change because of the economic situation in the country right now. So what would you say about which way forward?
You see, Gen Zs have a right to ask for their rights and to take their due part in government, right?
Yeah.
But you see, when you demonstrate, there are those who are genuine in demonstrating, and there are those who come there with ulterior motives.
Yeah.
Ulterior motives being to steal, break people's shops, hurt other people, etc.
Yeah.
There are two groups. If it were only the youngsters demanding for their independence, I would say they have every right to do so anytime. But the truth of the matter is that they are not. These infiltrators come very powerfully and they break people's shops, they hurt people, etc. As a result of which, askaris also get out of hand and they even kill, as we all know. So, if I were to give them advice, I would say, please be careful. Weed yourselves, weed these people from you. The ones who don't come here with a view to getting freedom. And they come here because they want to get an opportunity to steal and to break people's shops and to hurt other people. And those should not be allowed at all.
If you were in government and you are still in the Ministry of Labor, how would you address the surging numbers of Gen Zs who are well educated, but because there's numbers right now that you didn't have back in your day, what would you do to support them from the ground up?
I would advise the president to hold meetings with Gen Zs.
Yeah.
You see, they have a genuine cause.
Yeah.
And they should be encouraged, not dissuaded. If I were the president, I would invite them to a huge meeting.
Like what you did with the
exactly
with the Kengen shareholders.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And ask them to say what they want.
And then implement.
And then I tell them the way forward.
Yes. And walk with
what
them.
I suggest to them, they would listen.
Yeah.
They are not stupid. They would listen.
Yeah.
But now, when you rebuff them,
yes,
even kill some of them, that is not the way to solve the problem.
And that means then you would work with them to resolve their situation.
Yes.
And obviously, because the numbers are large in this country, and there are some countries like in Europe, you know, that there's a season when people did not give birth. There's a gap in Russia, there's a gap in Europe for employment. Would you also encourage some of them to seek employment outside the country?
I would advise them to seek employment outside the country, but not in countries where they are treated as slaves. We have records, and you must have read too,
yes,
about our menial workers working in Saudi,
yes,
working in all those Arab countries, you know, because the Arabs still still remember the days of slavery. And they treat them otherwise.
So
they treat them likewise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the government right now has signed contracts with certain countries outside the country. Like I know Russia has signed contracts. Some of the countries in the Gulf have also signed contracts with the government. And they have actually appointed companies to make sure that they agree to treat Kenyans fairly when they are working there, and of course to train them. Would you encourage then that because there are contracts in place, would you encourage that Kenyans take up only work that has been assigned with those who are attested?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I would only advise for those who have contracts to go.
Yeah.
And not only that, after ensuring that the contracts are genuine.
Yes.
Because from what we read anyway, some go there having promised some contracts, and what they get is something entirely different.
Yes. Yeah.
And that I'm inclined to think is true because, you know, when you meet with Arabs, normally, they will forget and begin regarding you as a slave.
Yeah.
Or as a product of a slave.
And yet here there are ways in which we can create capacity.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
For our people or
for our people?
For our people, yes, I would say we do everything. We go out of our way to get these people employment.
Yeah.
There used to be a way of getting some people employment, namely kazi mtaani.
Yes.
You know, where you create jobs for the people.
Yes.
That is thinking in the right direction.
Yeah.
But to send our people where there is a possibility of being regarded as slaves, I would say even if they don't get any jobs, forget it. Some return here in coffins. You know that?
It's unfortunate.
Dead.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yes.
Yes. So why should we send our people there to be treated so badly?
Yeah. And
it's better to create kazi mtaani.
Kazi mtaani.
Yeah.
At the end of your book, when you are writing your thoughts, your closing reflections, one of the things that you talked about in your book is reflections on Kenya 59 years after independence. One of the things that you've talked about is how Kenya can do something to, you know, can grow capacity with regard to food security, can grow capacity with regard to transport, to the electoral system, to games and sports. And with regard even to something like climate change, where you talk about how, like in this case, let me just read something that you've written here.
Yes.
That global climate change is a global phenomenon. And one of the things that you say is that Kenya should consider increasing their forest cover. And one of the things I remember...
what?
Increasing...
forest cover?
Forest. We only have...
forest cover, sorry.
Forest cover,
yes.
And when you think of places like in northern Kenya, and northern Kenya is sandy, and most of Kenya really is non-arable land. But you have traveled to countries, Arab countries. You've traveled to the northern part of Africa, where they grow crops in the desert.
Yes.
So when you think of that most of Kenya is actually not arable land, but the Arabs in their own countries have created capacity even by doing irrigation.
Yes.
Does it mean then that there is a possibility that maybe we should reconsider some of these things? I know we talked about major irrigation schemes that were in this country some time back. Very little is mentioned now, but the times that I have personally traveled to countries like Egypt, you eat very succulent food. And they say that that is food that they have grown in the desert where they're irrigating. Could there be opportunities that we're missing out on here?
I honestly think so. When I went to Israel, I found that a large part of it is like northern Kenya.
Yeah.
But they have made maximum use of water. You see, there was a photograph the other day, I saw a TV the other day, clip of water, stream water, what do they call it? Storm water. Storm water being directed to fields. And do you know there's a lot of water? When you consider the amount of water wasted as storm water, it's a lot of water. Secondly, when it rains normally, if you are to channel the water through rivers or dams or whatever, there would be a lot of difference. There's a lot of water. When it rains here, it rains well. There's a lot of water. As I said, when I went to Israel, I found that they were making use of practically every stop. Every drop of water. Rain. You see? That is what we should do here. You know? We should do that in order to make maximum use of water, which we don't currently. When you consider the amount of water going to the Indian Ocean. Why? Because we don't have any dams to contain the water. And that is what we should be thinking about.
So we're missing out on opportunities on our land.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because every time it rains, I always ask myself, why do we wait for it to rain so that we can stop complaining that there's a lot of rain? Maybe there's an opportunity in that problem, like you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know why we don't make better use of Israel, many contacts with Israel.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot of water utilization in Israel.
And it's also desert.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And it doesn't rain half as much as here. You know that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is the benchmarking we're talking about.
Absolutely.
That if you're to go to Israel, come back with solutions for how to turn arid north into a verdant land.
Yes.
That will bring crops that will, supply, instead of us always falling short and having famine in a country that has opportunities for providing enough food security.
We should be a net food exporter, actually.
Yeah.
Certainly maize. There is this project which the government has been planning. I don't know how far it has gone now. Namely, Galana.
Yes.
At
the coast.
There are thousands of acres for growing maize. Water is to come from River Tana.
Yes.
And there is plenty of water. I believe land has been leased to a number of people. I don't know how many. I don't know how competent they are, but at least something is being done. Not enough.
Yeah.
Or we haven't seen results yet.
Yeah.
But I do know that for a fact, some land has been leased to people.
Yeah.
A lot actually has been leased to people.
Something else I like that you've talked about in your book, when you're wrapping it up, when you talk about observations for success of governments and individuals, one of the things you talk about is food security.
Yes.
That we are not doing enough, that one of the major challenges facing our country is food security.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet the solutions lie within.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because with the water, there is nothing that you cannot do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you've again made observations for is that success of government is also success of individuals, that it comes from the bottom, individuals and then governments.
Yes.
So just enabling a people so that they can become successful. And I'm just going to mention here that you've talked about emotional intelligence again,
yes.
that it is the ability to respect other people, deal with them fairly, then you become a good team player. And just like the Mwedia groups, the success that you saw then was because you were able to put people together, became good team players, and they were able to carry on development in their areas.
Absolutely.
Many decades on, this is still showing.
Yes.
And then, of course, industrialization. Maybe you want to talk about that? One of the observations for the success of government is, that we have to industrialize.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You see, our government has been talking about industrialization for a long time.
Yeah.
What hinders us from industrialization, frankly, I've never put a finger on it personally.
Yeah.
But we have capacity for industrialization. The main snag is how to attract foreign capital. You see, first of all, we must have safety in our country.
Yes.
When you have ukumbushos and so on, when you have people in the streets, you will not attract anybody.
Yeah.
That's why I was telling you, and I still do, that we have to change our methodology. Maandamano will not do. I have a lady friend with whom I do business, Chinese, half your size.
Yeah.
And this girl had planned to come to Kenya.
Yes.
But when demonstrations started,
Yeah.
she didn't tell me that she would stop, but I knew.
Yeah.
Because this was very widely publicized,
Yeah.
People being killed.
Yeah.
People being smashed in the streets.
Oh, no.
Beaten up and so on. I said to myself, no foreigner would wish to come here under such circumstances.
So we are losing out on foreign direct investment.
Yes. So I still have a question about demos,
Yeah.
If they can stop in triggers, but how can they?
Yeah.
How can they?
And yet Kenya is known, when it comes to information technology, Kenya is known because information technology is IT. A lot of young people are attracted, and there are a lot of incubators in this country that are focusing on harnessing the power of technology. And that can actually take in a lot of young people who are not necessarily interested in maybe industrialization, but they're interested in information technology.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I remember you've talked about the junction in the government in conjunction with the Korean government talking about establishing a high-tech university at Konza Smart City.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you been there?
I've been to Konza.
You've been?
Yes, and it's amazing.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Clean.
Yes, it is. You see, Korea is going to offer us a university there at that site.
Yes.
And with that, we can do a lot.
Yeah.
Because that is the basic knowledge which is going to be provided, And with the Korean help. And make no mistake about it, South Korea is truly advanced.
Yes.
I've never been there, but from what I gather, it is a country which is going places.
And yet they are here, they can offer us this opportunity for technological advancement.
Absolutely. Right there at Konza.
Yeah. I have been to Konza. It's amazing.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So it was a very nice, clean place. We couldn't see any dustbins in sight. And so we asked them what's going on. And they showed us a place where it gets all sucked in.
Yes.
So there's no dirt on the surface.
Correct.
And this is something else I've seen in the US. It's very hard to see dirt in the US.
Exactly.
They manage their waste in a very smart way.
Yes.
And Kenyans are known to be smart around the world. I don't know why. I feel like we don't do enough, but the brains are here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
See, my grandchildren, Kitty's children,
yes,
are both very good at AI.
Artificial intelligence.
This is the thing of the future.
Yes.
It comes from AI,
Yeah.
A thing of the future. If Kenyans indulge themselves the way they are doing now
Yes.
in AI, they will go places, I can assure you.
Yeah. So the future has arrived.
Oh, without a doubt.
So it's for us to sort of think of it as something that should be taken on from the ground level up.
Yes.
Maybe this is where we should enable our young people.
No, I agree entirely. I think this is the thing of the future, AI. In fact, I'm going to find out how far they have gone, and I'll let you know.
Yes.
At Konza.
Yes.
Because the last time we were there, which is about a year ago, we were told that the university would be started. I don't know how far they have gone now, but I'll find out and let you know.
Yeah. I think there's something I want to talk about even as we wrap up.
Sure, do that.
When we were talking about your tenure when you were in the various industries, you talked about corruption, and you said that the success of a country, you first have to overcome corruption. And you've talked about it here as an observation for success of government and individuals, because you compare it with the early 1960s.
Yes.
And now, when you talk about the GDP of the country.
Yes.
So, what do we do about this monster?
Well, we have got to hate it first. You see, in order to get rid of corruption, we must really not like corruption. Today, what is regrettable is that corruption covers a large part of our government. And that is where it ought to stop. Because unless you show people the way, what are they going to follow? Today, to be honest, if you are to count the funds lost through government sources, you would be shocked. You would be shocked.
So Michelle wrong. She was right to in her book, It's Our Time to Eat. She talks about how government funds are, public funds are pilfered by the ruling elite.
And now it's not as much, it's not as little as it was. Now it's much, much more. Much, much more. You see, when, as I said earlier, you don't get medication, you don't get funds for essential services, and yet at least you feel very strongly that money is being wasted or siphoned off by government sources. It's very sad, isn't it, really? And yet that is the key. If you really want to move forward, you must have funds saved from what is intended to go to various sources, not wasted. Not wasted. Some people are filthy rich.
Yeah.
And you ask, what do they do with the money? Money is required for essential services, as we said.
Yeah.
But it's not there. So that is a very important qualification for a successful government.
Yeah. Right. I want to close this interview, and before I do, I want to read your book blurb.
Yes.
Even as we close the interview, unless there's something you want to say, because we've had an exciting interview. I think I want to just wrap it up with your blurb. Please. Anything before I close?
Please.
Right. So, Titus Mbathi, My Life's Journey, illuminates over a century of the material changes taking place around the world from childhood to date. And it says, this is what you've said, that the book is friendly, it's conversational, and you take us on a journey, sharing insights into your parents' lives, interactions with the colonial government as seen through your eyes. And of course, you talk about your fun-filled and exciting childhood, when we used to be disciplined, not like now when it's become a crime. Oh my goodness. And so the book is filled with gems, quite literally, that shine a light on the events surrounding both the colonial and post-colonial Kenya and the world at large.
Yes.
So you walk us through the decades where the accelerated transformation is quite tangible, and we encounter what must have been the spirit of the time as we engage with your strong work ethic that has really come out, and your determination as you navigate your childhood, your education, enterprise, and politics, and of course, right all the way to cabinet minister. You talk about your spiritual journey, you talk about marriage and fatherhood, something else that people are avoiding. Maybe I should close and ask you what you think about this avoiding of fatherhood, and yet you want to become successful. Does that work like that?
Avoiding fatherhood?
Yes.
Well, in the first place, I don't know why people choose not to marry, frankly.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know. Because it's a natural thing.
Yeah.
So when you find someone who is not interested in marriage, you ask, what are they interested in?
Yeah.
Are they interested in dating for life? Yes.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to get married. For me, anyone who is not physically unfit, a few people are born that way, physically unfit. Unless they are physically unfit, why don't they marry?
Yeah.
But as you know, it's not only in Kenya. This is a worldwide
problem.
Disease, really. I wouldn't call it disease, I would say an affliction of the whole world,
Yeah.
I think the world is going that way. There are less and less people getting married.
And wanting to raise children.
They want to raise children. Some people get adopted children. And they would rather not marry. And you ask why.
Yeah. So in closing, this book is as much a part of Kenya's history as the man himself. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Joyce.
Yeah. We all love goodies, and it's time for me to do giveaways on the channel. And I would like to give away dinner vouchers for GMC Place in Karen for anyone who is interested in purchasing property at Vipingo Prime, which is in Mombasa, by Optiven. Vipingo Prime is selling land where you get to build your own home, and you can invite your friends to become your neighbors and choose to surround yourself with people who share your mindset. And if you are interested in this conversation and you want to come see the property in Vipingo, you actually say that you heard about this conversation on the Bounce Back channel, come, I will give you a dinner voucher. And you can actually go and have dinner with your family, knowing that your family's future is well taken care of, and that you have a home in Mombasa that you can go to. Instead of staying in expensive hotels, you can actually live in your own home, and you can actually choose your neighbors. And this is called #location freedom. This is called #choosing your neighbors. It's the new upper middle class in Kenya. Let's join in this conversation. And we shall be flying down to the ground to see the property so that you can know that this is a legit offer.